Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk to you about a web application I made called pokebinderz.com. This web application assists users as they collect master sets of the Pokemon TCG in binders. It assists users as it allows them to reconcile cards to the binder once they're being added, telling them whether or not they already have the card and where the card will go based on its set order in the binder. So building this app on the front end, I use the Bootstrap framework. This is handling the content of the site with all the HTML and CSS code. To handle the back end of the app, I use the Flask library, which is responsible for handling all the HTTP requests. And I use PostgresQL for persistent data storage and the database system. And then once the app was completed, I deployed the application to Heroku. One thing I wanted to mention is the source of the data. It is the Pokemon TCG API. So with this is how I'm getting all the card data, such as the images and all the content. This is how I'm also getting the prices, which are sourced by TCG Player. And the data is just returned to me in JSON like this. So the first route I want to demonstrate on the application is the search route. This allows users to search any set in the Pokemon TCG. So when they click onto this page, I query the API to get all the sets in the Pokemon TCG to populate this dropdown. So I think we're going to pick Shroud of Fable here, for example. And now, when we're brought to this page, we'll see a brief description at the top telling us all the cards in the set, its name, and its current market value to obtain all the cards per TCG player. Now, when I hover over these cards, you'll notice that you can see the price in these tooltips here. And another aspect of the cards that we'll see soon is that they are all image modals, so that when you click on them, they'll enlarge. But first, we're just going to search a specific card. All the names are there, so we can just Control F search it. So we got Duskull, Dusclops, and Dusknoir here. And when I click onto them, it will enlarge the image so that we can view it a bit closer. So I'll do another one here, maybe Monkey Dory. It's another example. But that is the search page. So now I just want to go over the process of account creation. So when you get onto the site, this is the landing page. So now we're going to create an account, but I just want to demonstrate that there is some validation that occurs. So here, firstly, we're going to try to add a username which already exists, and we're redirected to this page, telling us that we can't do that. And next I want to just demonstrate we got some validation when it comes to the type of passwords and requirements that you need to have. Here you get an alert if it doesn't conform to the constraints. Still not conforming to the constraints. Also worth noting that these constraints are on the front end, but there's also constraints in the Python code and in the database. But now we've created accounts, we're just redirected to the home page. And now I want to demonstrate our collection page, but there's nothing in it because we haven't added anything. So now we're going to add some binders to our collection. Now you can choose the amount of sheets in the binder, rows and columns. That's going to give you the dimensions of the binder. And that's going to be created in the database for those dimensions so we can add cards to the individual slots. So we're just going to add some binders here, and now we're on the collection page. You can see those binders we just made. So now I'm just going to demonstrate that we can also delete. We get this confirmation. Delete, we're redirected to the page, and now it's gone. So now I just want to go over what happens when you click into an empty binder. There won't be any cards or sets mapped to it, so it's just going to be the back of all the Pokemon cards. And similar to the search route, when I click into this page, it queries the API for all the sets to populate a dropdown from which the user can select a set. So I'll show you here. I just want to go over how we map sets to a binder. So here, just for example's sake, I'm going to do the base set, the original set from the Pokemon TCG. You can see it here. So like the search page, all these card images are also image modals. So we can see enlarged images of the card. And the way users add cards is they just click the button underneath each card, and it's going to give a little alert to the top of the page when they click, telling the user where to put the card in the binder based on the dimensions they provided, as you can see right here. After we hit OK, we're going to be redirected back to this page. So I'm just going to add a few more cards to demonstrate the other function of the collection page and how the total market value of the binder is tracked. So I added some more cards, and now I'm just going to demonstrate that on the collection page, the total market value of the binder has been updated. Alright, so here I have my collection open for an account I already made, and this is collecting the Paradox Rift set. So I just want to demonstrate how this will work when you have a binder and a card you want to add to the binder, and how you would use this app to ensure that you put it in the right space with the binder, and lets you know if you already have it or not. But what I'll do is I got this Tink-a-Tink card here, so I'll just do a search on the page, and I can see that I do not have this card in my collection yet. So I'm going to add the card. It's going to give me an alert saying that the page, it's on page 10, row 1, column 1. So now all I got to do is go through my binder 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then it is going to go into this first spot here. And this is how the app is going to help you while you're collecting the cards.